Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Seattle Seahawks. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Hunt. Oh, he breaks another. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Yellow, yellow. I'll go on. Alert three, alert three. Alert three.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, here's Stidham. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Stidham. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Stidham to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And Forbath will put this one through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Here we go. Check it.
Now it's Mahomes again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, and that'll make it 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Stidham. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard that time, second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it third and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got an open man, it's QT. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a fourth and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Seahawks 3, Ravens 0.
The kick by McManus is good. And that
You're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
field goal's all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Check. Check out route.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. On third down, Stidham. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
56. Check 56.
On first down, Mahomes. That one is caught by Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Being chased out left. He's going to take, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Mahomes, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback, Denzel Ward. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
56. Tackles.
Mahomes now on first down. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Mahomes firing complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there. And he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They hand off to their big tight end. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
51, Mike. Mike, 51.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Hey, color.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And McManus able to put it through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Eluding the pressure right. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Stidham flushed out right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. There he goes, right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Geronimo Allison in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Final play of the half. It's Stidham. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A first down carry for Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They run again with Peterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Stidham, 3rd down from the gun. The open man is Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run on first down. It's Peterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Now.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Stidham. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Being chased out left, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now Stidham on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
A big spot now for the rookie Stidham. Now Ito Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now it's Stidham, flush to his right. He'll run it, and he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ito Smith that time, and it's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Stidham. He'll buy some time right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And Forbath will put this one through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Corey Clement, his first touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rule seminar because we learned.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get to it. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. 36.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg, rolling to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hunter Henry, his second touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
56, right there, 56.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Yeah. On third down, Stidham. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. They'll throw on first down with Stidham, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. After the sack on first down, Mahomes, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes now to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run for it with Peterson. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 1.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch the edge.
Stidham on the sneak, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. They come out here in the eye. Here we go, third and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Hey, watch it.
They'll run with Clement. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This fielded at the 2.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
On first down, it's Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. To throw is Mahomes. Got an open man, it's QT. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow. Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. Stidham with one final shot. Dancing to his left. And this one complete to Reed. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
27, Seahawks 23.